Commander Zexthal clicked his mandibles in what passed for laughter among the Caridian species as he examined the human vessel docked at Station Helix 7. The Endurance looked like something a child might build from scrap metal, angular, bulky, with unnecessary reinforcements jutting from every surface like metallic tumors. Primitive, he chittered to his second-in-command, Sub-Commander Velis. Look at this monstrosity. No elegant curves, no bioneural integration, no quantum resonance chambers. How did these humans ever leave their mudball of a planet? The delegation of alien engineers had gathered to inspect the newest addition to the Galactic Trade Consortium's fleet. Representatives from 12 species crowded around the human ship, their various forms of communication creating a cacophony of disapproval. The Zephyrians, with their crystalline bodies, resonated disapproving harmonic frequencies. Such crude metallurgy, one chimed. Our vessels are grown from living crystal, perfectly attuned to cosmic energies. A mollusk engineer, her tentacles, dancing with disdain, added, The hull is unnecessarily thick. Our bioships heal themselves and adapt to any environment. This thing is just dead metal. Captain Sarah Chen, the lone human representative, stood quietly beside her ship. She was shorter than most of the aliens present, her plain uniform a stark contrast to their elaborate biomechanical augmentations and crystalline projections. Her weathered face showed no emotion as the criticism continued. The power core is archaic, laughed Avorthan, its energy field pulsing with amusement. Chemical rockets, fusion drives. We transcended such limitations millennia ago. And the design philosophy? Zexthal continued his inspection, running a sensor claw along the ship's hull. Where is the aesthetic beauty? The harmonious integration with the universe's natural forces? This appears to have been assembled by someone who believes in brute force over elegance. Captain Chen finally spoke, her voice calm and measured. The Endurance was built to last, not to impress. This drew another wave of chittering laughter. Last? Velis scoffed. Our ships don't need to merely last. They evolve, they transcend, they become one with the cosmos itself. The human woman simply nodded. We'll see. 3 days later, the emergency klaxons screamed through Station Helix 7. Class Dwoid Ion storm approaching. The station commander's voice crackled over the intercom. All vessels prepare for immediate evacuation. This is not a drill. Chaos erupted on the station. The beautiful, elegant alien ships began their departure procedures, delicate processes that required perfect harmonic alignment, bioneural synchronization, and quantum field calibration. The Zephyrian crystal ship Harmony was the first to attempt departure. Its graceful, translucent form began to resonate with the departure frequency, but as the ion storm's leading edge hit the station, the ship's delicate crystalline structure cracked. The vessel shattered like glass, its pieces scattering into the void. Harmony is destroyed, someone screamed over the comm. The mollusk bioship Living Dream began its escape, its organic hull rippling as it prepared to phase shift away from danger. But the intense electromagnetic interference from the storm disrupted its neural pathways. The ship convulsed, its biological systems failing as synaptic overload coursed through its living tissue. It drifted helplessly, its crew trapped in a dying organism. One by one, the sophisticated alien vessels fell victim to the storm. The Vorthan energy ships dispersed when their containment fields collapsed. The Caridian quantum resonance vessels found their phase drives useless against the storm's reality-distorting effects. Captain Chen had been watching from the station's observation deck as each elegant ship met its fate. Now, as the storm reached its full fury and the station's shields began to buckle, she walked calmly toward the Endurance. Captain, Zexthal intercepted her, his earlier arrogance replaced by desperation. Your ship, it's too primitive. It will never survive what destroyed our advanced vessels. Chen paused at the airlock. Commander, you're right about one thing. The Endurance isn't elegant. She doesn't harmonize with the universe or transcend physical limitations. She smiled grimly. But sometimes, when the universe is trying to kill, you don't need harmony. You need a ship that's too stubborn to die. The human vessel powered up with a roar that vibrated through the station's superstructure. No graceful humming, no crystalline resonance, just the raw, mechanical thunder of fusion engines built to withstand anything. As the Endurance undocked, the station's sensors tracked its progress through the storm. The massive ion discharges that had shattered crystal ships merely scorched the human vessel's thick ablative armor. The electromagnetic pulses that had fried bioneural systems found no purchase on hardened electronic circuits protected by Faraday cages and redundant shielding. The reality distortions that had confused quantum drives meant nothing to simple, straightforward fusion propulsion. The Endurance didn't try to phase through space or harmonize with cosmic forces. It simply pushed through the storm with brute, mechanical force, its thick hull taking hit after hit while its crew worked frantically to maintain systems through manual backups and analog controls. Impossible, Bellis whispered, watching the human ship's steady progress on the sensors. 6 hours later, as the storm finally passed, the Endurance limped back to the station. Her hull was scarred, her armor pitted, her paint burned away in places. She looked even uglier than before, but she was intact and alive. Captain Chen's voice crackled over the comm. Station Helix 7, this is the Endurance beginning rescue operations. We count 7 disabled vessels in the debris field, deploying recovery shuttles now. Over the next 12 hours, the human ship's ungainly shuttles, small armored things that looked like flying bricks, pulled survivors from the wreckage of the galaxy's most advanced vessels. When Captain Chen finally returned to the station, she found Zexthal waiting for her at the airlock. The Caridian commander's mandibles clicked in what she now recognized as respect. Captain, he said quietly, I believe I understand your design, philosophy now. Chen nodded, exhaustion evident in her weathered features. Sometimes, Commander, the universe doesn't care how beautiful your ship is. Sometimes it just cares whether you can take a beating and keep flying. She looked back at the Endurance, battered and scarred but still solid, still dependable. Humans learned a long time ago that the universe is hostile. So we don't build ships to impress the universe. We build them to survive it. As word of the human vessel's performance spread through the galactic community, something shifted in how Earth's children were perceived. They might not be the most advanced species in the galaxy, but when the storm hit, everyone wanted a human ship to come for them. Because sometimes survival wasn't about elegance or transcendence. Sometimes it was about being too stubborn to quit.